Hello, this is the one episode rule podcast about first impressions. I am Magpie. I've been watching some anime. I've been
Nice.
watching a moderately large amount of anime for myself. I've watched a whole bunch of G-Quacks.
Yes.
Uh,
That one was
them
for
ro-
Louis.
them robots are good. That one was for me.
I mean, yeah, that one was for you
I
too.
got to point at the screen and say, "That motherfucker's here? Are you serious?"
Look, it's my old friend.
It's my old enemy,
It's
that
my old
motherfucker.
enemy.
What a bastard. um. So, what have you guys been up to?
Hi, I'm Joey. I've been doing the opposite. I haven't done any anime this week. Unfortunately, I am in the throes of Art Fight. We'll
Hmm.
see what happens for the month of July. I'll probably watch something at some point. You know what? I almost certainly at some point will finish up um Kowloon generic romance at some point. I
Hmm.
just haven't gotten to it yet.
I should have joined Art Fight with my OC, Quattro Bugina.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody
Uh,
will ever know.
no one will ever know. No one will ever be able to figure out it's you.
Hi there. I guess I should go. I'm Louis. I have also been in the Gundam trenches.
I'm thinking about staying in
Um,
the Gundam trenches after I finish
Ooh.
this. Might go back to Zeta.
Ooh.
which from Mercury wants to be finished so bad.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
But yeah, so like G-Quox is good. I finished it. It makes me feel emotions.
Yeah,
Yep,
the good
it'll
ones will
do
do
that.
that.
I've been discussing it off the podcast for like on
Wow.
and off because
Because I watched Gundam 79 and I know things.
yeah, and I'm a Gundam newbie except for Witch from Mercury, so. I also this is an anime, but I watched the first episode of Ironheart, and that was pretty good.
Nice.
Cool.
Congratulations.
That's about it for me.
Uh, so yeah, you guys want some news?
Yes.
All right, I have news that I will call good, and some might argue with me, but I think it's good. Which is, Taika Waititi's live-action Akira is officially dead. Warner Brothers has lost the
What?
film rights. It is going back to the manga publisher Kodansha,
Oh man.
so they
Well,
they can't fuck up that movie.
uh,
I
yep.
will state my position clearly so people don't think I'm just a Taika Waititi hater. Um, there is no need to adapt Akira to
You don't
live
need to
action.
adapt Akira.
It
Akira.
would be a
Yeah.
meaningless endeavor.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just
I
just throw another bike slide reference into into your
they
already
won't
existing property.
they
Like,
won't do the thing that I would hope that somebody who cared about it would do, which is re-release it in theaters in like 8K with a new
yeah.
English dub
Yeah, you're so
because
right.
the Pioneer dub is well, I won't call it bad, but it is hilarious.
It's
So
old.
yeah, that's pretty big news. They ain't making that shit. Uh, after trying for like 20 years.
I just want Taika
That's
Waititi
crazy.
to voice Akira Spike.
He doesn't
That
even have any dialogue. He just goes like vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yeah,
uh
yeah.
but he does like with the accent. Yeah.
hmm Other strange news. Fist of the North Star, new adaptation for 2026. If you ever wanted to
Oh,
get on Hokuto Shinken, you can do that soon.
Nice.
it's kind of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
It's kind of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was initially a ripoff of Fist of the North Star
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the point where Jonathan Joestar stole Kenshiro's clothes.
Yes, holy shit, you're so right. They look like they're brothers.
Many such cases. This happened to
Many
Berserk
such
as well.
cases.
Uh,
Yeah.
but I will be giving that a look because despite how fucking hideous and often stupid the original Fist of the North Star anime was. I did watch 13 episodes of that shit, and I'm not saying I had a bad time. I just had kind of a weird time.
I almost feel like I would want to go in on it just for the cultural appreciation.
Just for the culture. And finally, somebody did a interview with Shinichiro Watanabe about his work for HBO Max and Cartoon Network and shit, especially Lazarus. Interesting interview where he kind of gets into a weird problem that the industry has now, where they have more money than they've ever had for productions and less talent than they've ever because it takes a long time to raise up animators and directors, and the money for them simply isn't in it.
Yeah.
The working conditions are bad. People are not going into the industry because it's not practical for them. And that's some bad shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's
Just get
working
AI
on
to
it.
do it. It's fine.
Yeah, he's working on it in the ways that he can, but he's just a director. He is petitioning Japanese lawmakers with Hideaki Anno and other people to, improve conditions for animators and give tax incentives for the industry. But there's only so much they can do. Anyway, do you guys want to watch one of them anime?
Yeah, what have you got for us?
Yeah. What's up?
I have brought you a choice once again.
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
Because I frankly have an enormous list of possibles at this point. So we're putting them head to head. Do you guys want fantasy or detective?
Detective. Gimme.
I did.
Louis.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna say detective just to make things easier.
I love a detective. Come on.
Just because JoJo was so pumped about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that means today's episode is going to be on the dinner table detective.
Whoa, let's go.
Let's dig in.
Itadakimatsu. What's the matter, Kazuya? You haven't even touched your hamburger. Your American hamburger. And do you want some jelly donuts?
It's our buddy Kazuya. Hey.
That's a stupid joke.
Kazuya, my buddy.
A more topical one is, hey, did you ever wonder what's happening in Phoenix right outside of the courtroom? It's this.
That's so true.
But yeah,
What's really weird is I made a similar joke. I made a similar joke before you joined the call.
Yes, you yoinked it right out of his
great
breath.
minds. I'm going to read this blurb. Reiko Hosho, heiress to a large conglomerate, seems like any other wealthy lady. However, not many people know that she is a rookie detective for the Kunitachi Police Department. In addition, she hides her identity from her incompetent boss, Kiyoshiro Kasumatsuri, a flashy heir to his family's motor business. During an investigation involving her... investigation? I'm turning into Poirot. Investigation. Investigation involving her college friends, Reiko has trouble identifying the culprit and her motive. Out of nowhere, a man approaches Reiko and introduces himself as Kageyama, her newly assigned butler. As soon as Reiko confides in him about her worries, he criticizes her lack of deduction skills and helps her quickly crack the case. Now, with the sharp-tongued Kageyama at her side, Reiko may just become the detective she desires to be. Your butler ever call you a dipshit to your face?
Yeah, the description is underselling the fact that he did literally walk up to her and say, "Excuse me, may you is it possible that you're fucking stupid? Are you a fucking idiot?
Are you fucking stupid,
He literally
madam?"
called her a moron and she turned beet red. She's like, what the fuck?
I always love to hear the Japanese word, aho.
Yeah.
But, so yeah. we open at a birthday party for a 60-year-old businessman. I forget his name, but his last name is Kiryuan.
Yeah.
This is notable because his daughter Ayako is a main character for this
Yes.
case. And we open at that following a brunette in a stunning red dress with actually I don't think she has a green necklace. Does she?
Yeah, which doesn't put her on the list of suspects.
Yeah, she just has a red dress. Um, and yeah, the crowd is partying around her. It's like, wow, she's beautiful. She must be like a supermodel or something. Um, and she as she's walking around, she catches the eye of some old friends who shout out to her. She's just like, "Oh, hey, Ayako, and others." Hinako and I honestly forget who the fourth one is. Um,
Mizu something.
mm-mm.
I don't remember.
No, that's the victim.
No, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
It's Kaori. But
There we
yeah.
go.
But yeah, she catches their eye and she turns to meet them. And Ayako is a great like Ojo-sama character already. She's tall and blonde with like big sausage roll curls
Hmm.
in the back,
It's not what I thought you were gonna say.
and big sausage.
Oh,
No, yeah.
And yeah, she calls out to her and she's just like, "Oh, they let anybody into my daddy's birthday party." She hits her with the dad joke. It's just like, "Oh, they let anybody in here." Um,
and she hits her with the, "What are you wearing red for? One of us is gonna have to change."
yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. Well, that's after she eats shit walking over that
Yeah.
because she does turn and twist her ankle and just eat shit on the floor, uh, and everybody stares immediately. Uh, And they're just and Ayako just full Ojo-sama laughs at her. She's like, "Oh, ho, ho, ho." And the others are just like, Jobu, are you okay? It's just like, no, I'm fine. I didn't
I was
actually fall. That wasn't real. I was, and from the side you just hear you were kneeling to pick up an object you dropped. Just like, oh yeah, I thought
yeah,
I
yeah,
dropped one
yeah.
of my earrings. And we don't see the speaker. This is why I think this first episode is quite good.
Yeah.
But
I need you to know that in the dub, one of them replied with, "I saw her ankle go at like 90-degree angle."
yeah,
It was so fucking funny.
yeah, that happens in the sub too. It's just like, wow, you just broke your ankle there. Um, but yeah, they start catching up because they're all college friends. They knew each other in college. And it's a rich girls club, but it's also not a rich girls club because
Like, not bad girls.
yeah, Hosho is a heiress, and Ayako is an heiress, but Kaori is just a businesswoman, and
Hmm.
the other one is a
It's like an
Hinako.
office
It's just an
worker.
office lady.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're more college friends than heiresses.
Yeah.
And they're catching up, and yeah, they comment. It's just like, and I can't believe you stole my outfit. And it's just like, we're all wearing red? Isn't it traditional to wear red on somebody's 60th birthday?
I'm like, what the fuck tradition is that?
A
This is not
Japanese
something.
one.
Yeah, this is baffling to me as a fucking Westerner. I'm just like,
Uh,
do you
this
guys
is
go to a lot of 60th birthday parties? Question
um,
mark.
you wouldn't
Is it a
believe the amount.
Japanese thing or is it a like rich people thing?
You wouldn't like believe the amount of different jubilees and their associated materials that there are.
You know?
But
Fair enough.
but yeah, they start catching up.
Mm-hmm.
This scene is pretty great because it requires almost no backgrounding work. It's just a bunch of people in a room having a conversation, and it's being sold by the voice actors. Because I'll tell you this, I already like all of these characters. They've
Mm-hmm.
established themselves very well.
Yeah, they did it fast and
like
fast and furious.
the college girls are all distinctive.
Mm-hmm.
I like them. I think Reiko Hosho is fucking funny as hell because
He's very good. I
she's
love
very
her.
pretty and very poised to look at. But
Yes.
inside, she's freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
And yeah, we get the setup for the mystery here at this birthday party. Some things happen.
Mhm.
They all have their conversations. They split up. They go talk to different people. Um, they run into a character named, I believe her name is Mizuru.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm gonna find out because she's important.
Mhm.
Where is she? Well, anyway, while I'm looking for this, um, they run it.
Mizuru.
They run it. Well, actually, that happens after they run into Kazuya first.
Kazuya. This
So, Jojo, you want to hit us with what happened in the English dub?
well, it was mostly that they were just calling him Kazuya.
Not Kazuya, but
No, they
Kazoo.
very consistently, and it wasn't just one person doing it, it was all of them. All of them calling this jokester Kazuya. Like I'm hardly even exaggerating this, like how ferociously they're like all of the names were a little like funnily pronounced to me, like
Mhm.
as someone who, like I said, I don't speak Japanese, but I gotten
Seen
a
it.
little used to some of the like the
Seen
phonetics.
a bit of Japanese media.
And the Kazuya every single time was like a
Kazuya.
gut punch, and they were saying it a lot. Um, so yeah, our good friend Kazuya comes over, and
Kazuya is
has
dressed like shit.
yeah,
He's
he's
dressed like
just
a he is dressed like a nouveau rich motherfucker. Um,
this looks like a guy that you pounded on a pavement in a Yakuza.
Than Yakuza. I'll tell you what he's wearing. He is not bothered to wear a suit jacket to this birthday party, but he is wearing a fucking vest and an ascot, and it makes him look like a dickhead.
He's stupid.
um,
I mean, he doesn't really do anything otherwise. They're just like,
oh
oh, this
oh
is.
oh hell no, he does all kinds of shit in this
I
episode,
mean, he
but
does stuff,
but
but it
that's
doesn't
later.
feel like he does stuff, you know?
But yeah, that's later. Because yeah, he tries to chat up the girls, and they're just not having it.
They're just like, whatever, dude.
Um,
Isn't that your girl over there? Points?
um, because we gather from their reaction that they have history, and what the history is that he left his girlfriend, who was part of their friend group,
Yep.
for an arranged marriage
Yep.
because he's a heir to the hotel that they're currently in, and he can't just marry for love. Um, this does not go down well with the girls. The
It's gonna come
girls
back later, too.
the girls are pissed about it. I believe I believe the character he left was named Mao. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, they are pissed about it, and they split up for a little while afterwards.
Hmm.
Because Hinako, after that conversation, she was being very quiet. She was quiet most of the episode, but it is brought to tears by this conversation, and Kaori takes her away to the concessions bar, to the to the table, to the buffet,
There,
because
sweetie. Let's get you some booze.
yeah, let's get you some champagne and shrimp. Because yeah, and this is great because Reiko gets to be our viewpoint because she didn't know about this shit, but the
Yeah.
other two talk her up about it's just be like, oh yeah, you didn't know. Yeah, that affected Hinako like hugely. Do you remember her and Kazuya and and Mao were bolted together at the hip the whole time.
Uh-huh.
It's just
Yeah.
like a lot went down between those three, and Reiko is standing between them, going, Nani,
Eh?
yeah, yeah."
Yeah.
It's just like you're not very observant, are you?
She may indeed be a dipshit.
She may be a little bit of a dipshit. Um,
I kind of love it.
um, But yeah, so they split up from there. Kaori and Hinako go off, and Ayako and Reiko continue hanging out, and they go get they go to get something. I forget what. Um, just more drinks, but
Yeah,
but
probably.
they run into Kazuya's, I assume, sister, Mizuho. Um,
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
And Reiko, clueless again, treats her as normal, but Ayako is immediately rude to her. She's just like, how disgusting! What an eyesore! And leaves, and Reiko's just like, what was that about? And she's just like, Mizuho is just like, well, there's a lot of reasons she might not like me. I'm just like, huh, that's interesting. Maybe it's because of the family's role in pressuring Kazuya to dump Mao.
Yeah.
But they get interrupted. They because she catches up with Ayako, but they get interrupted because they're gonna show photographs from her dad's long life.
This scene is so fucking funny.
The scene is great because they throw up the big projector and immediately projects a photo of all four of the college girls together.
Yep.
And they're just like, "Who?
And you're just like,
Wow,
is this the
that
right?
was just like yesterday." And they switch to the next photo, and the next photo has Mao in it, and they're just like, "Oh man, that's a fucking bummer."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like, this is clearly not the right shit. And the hotel concierge is just like, cut this shit, cut this shit. This. He's
And
like,
then
not the
the
right
projector
photo.
goes away, and he's like, so technical
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties, friends. They split up from that point. I don't know exactly. I don't remember exactly why. They're just going about like
Yeah,
their
they're just
business
kind of
mingling.
going and
But
exploring, doing a party.
one of the next scenes is Ayako has gone somewhere, and she's walking fast, and she runs into somebody in the lobby. And they both eat shit on the floor, and they manage to knock over a vase, like a big vase
Yes.
full of flowers and water, and just shatter it on the floor. And when they stand up, I quite like Ayako as a character. I don't think she's the murderer.
Yeah.
Well, whenever they stand up, she's just like he's just like, oh, Daijobu, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, get somebody to clean that up. And he's just like,
Fix this right now.
but I have an appointment. It's just like, no. It's just like, yes, ma'am.
Right now. He sprints away, and it's a very fun. Like the animation of him sprinting is
It's
very
good.
silly.
He's a real pushover.
Yeah. He will be back very soon.
He will be back. He will be back shortly. And yeah, Reiko is left by herself, and she's got an empty glass, and she goes to she immediately is just like looking around, just like, oh shit, where's the a server appears with a whole tray full of flutes of champagne, and she's like, oh, right on time, just like, thank you so much. And the guy off screen is just like, of course, but of course, and she's just like, I'd be glad to have a butler like you. You're so refined, and he's just like, oh, thank you, ma'am.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, and she gets a call at that point, and the call is from a policeman in his car, a police detective in his car with a shitload of other police thundering down the highway, and it's her boss who's just like, "Hey, there's been a crime at the Teshirogi Hotel. Needs you there in 5." And she's like, "Oh, okay, boss." And then she hangs up, and she's just like, I'm at the Teshirogi Hotel.
She's like, I don't know. I don't have my clothes.
Yeah, and she immediately goes to report to the crime scene, and her friends they've reconvened, and her friends are just like, you're gonna be first responder in that. And she looks down, and she's wearing this red evening gown. She's like, oh fuck, shit, I can't let my boss know that I'm an heiress. Oh shit.
Yeah.
And Kaori,
which is really funny,
explains to us that no, she has not told any of her coworkers who she is, and only the higher ups in the police department know. Because she wants to keep it secret, because she doesn't want any special treatment.
Yeah. Which, like, I get it.
I especially get
your
it.
cases neutral.
I especially get it, given that we're going to be introduced to a character soon.
Yes.
Because we cut away to the actual crime, and the person who first found it, which is Miss Mizuho has been killed. She has been
She didn't make
she
it.
has been struck down in the rooftop garden, and the man from earlier who ran into Ayako and destroyed the vase has found her and gotten bloody-handed and looks horrified. Whenever we cut back to Reiko, she's still panicking. She's like, "I don't have anything to change into. What do I do?" And a voice from off screen says, "Why don't you use these?" And she turns around and she's got a whole set of work clothes set out on a tray for
Perfectly
her.
folded.
And she's just like, "How did my work clothes get here?" And the voice just says, "You'd better change already." And she goes, "Right, I don't have time." And she swaps into her work clothes and glasses, which all fit perfectly. They're her things.
This butler is so scary. This butler is some like demonic
I
shit.
love this
I
guy.
swear to God,
Um,
he's crazy. He's so scary.
I'll comment on his appearance whenever we get to officially see his face. But yeah, she goes to report to the crime scene, and she does a pretty good job. She shows up. She immediately begins interviewing the body finder, and she also catches the victim's last words, which were
Yeah, because the victim is not dead.
the victim is not
He's
quite
a
dead.
little bit alive. She's like, "I'm dying." But by the way, the person that killed me is wearing a red dress.
I am
and
having an
emerald
extreme
necklace.
brain hemorrhage
Dies
because I was hit
immediately.
hot. But yeah, she appears to have just had a pot dropped on her head, or
Yeah,
smashed into her
flower
head.
pant.
Um,
Flower pant.
and yeah, her last words are I don't know who killed me. I thought I had seen her before, but I didn't know her. She was wearing a red dress with a green jewel necklace.
Yes.
And then
Which describes 4 of them.
which describes 4 of them.
All of the college girls.
The college girl brigade and an extra. And into this scene, because actually around the same time she's uttering her same words, we get the introduction of Reiko's boss.
Which is crazy. They just didn't have to add more, but they did.
Yeah, Kiyochiro Kazamatsuri, a fucking Ace Attorney character.
Yes.
He is wearing a pearly white suit, blue
got a little
indigo
hat.
blue shirt with red tie and white fedora with a blue band.
Oh my God, he's very silly.
This asshole.
I love him, not gonna
He
lie.
peppers
He's great.
he peppers foreign words constantly into his speech. Capiche?
He's very silly.
He poses, and he loudly remarks that he is in fact the heir to the Kazamatsuri auto empire, and the people in the crowd are just like, "Oh, those? Don't they run like shit? They're all
Thieves!
style
Cars that break
they're
down!
all style over substance." And he's just like, "Never mind. Everybody get out of here. This is an active investigation."
Oh, very funny.
So yeah, they chalk the body and they look around, and there's not much physical evidence. There's a broken pot, which is presumably the murder weapon. So they decide to act on the victim's last words, and he's just like, "Go get everybody in a red dress." He's just like, "What about the green necklace?" And he's just like, "I don't care. Go."
Go, 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 go.
And Reiko's just like, why would you not look for the necklace as well? And a voice from off screen says, "To catch the murderer, even if she hid the necklace." She's just like, "Oh yeah, Naruhodo, that makes sense." So she rounds them up into a side room, into a side ballroom, and lo and behold, it's the college girl gang,
It's all of them.
plus a 4th. And they start interrogating the situation. First of all, they have an argument about fashion. Because he's just like, "Aren't we overdressed this evening?" And they're just like, "Overdressed? You're wearing a pearly white suit." And he's just like, "What? Is my fashion too high high concept for you. And Reiko's just like, we have a murder to solve. Can we get on with it?
It's really funny because she was also wearing a red dress. What if she did it?
What if she did
She
it?
didn't even know.
What
What
if
if she
she
did it
didn't
and she
even
didn't even
know?
know? She is unobservant. No, I'm just
What if
kidding.
whenever
Let's
she
go.
fell down, she knocked a pot over on
Literally.
on the roof with her fat ass? No.
She could have.
No.
Oh.
But yeah, they start the interrogation, and from the deductive reasoning, which isn't necessarily too bad, they sort of eliminate two candidates because they're just like Ayako and Kaori can't be it because she said that
She said
she
it was someone
didn't
she doesn't know.
she
Yeah.
didn't know but had seen, and
Mhm.
she went to school with you two, so you're right the
Mhm.
fuck out. So it's gotta be
Yeah.
you, this other one, because
This rando.
they ask them their names, and they're just like Kaori employed, Ayako unemployed, heiress to Hamley, and who? Oh God, I'm having trouble
I
with the
know the
names.
names. It's the names. There's a lot of names here.
And the fourth one is a character we haven't met named Chiaki Nagase, and she says, "I helped
Just an
my
office
father
lady,
out."
right?
Well, no, she says, "I helped my
Oh no, that's
father
the
out
other one.
with the business. I was invited by a friend."
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's gotta be you. You're the only one that matches the description that she wouldn't have known." And in through the
Right.
doors bursts Kazuya
Kazuya.
and his fucking ascot. But he's about to do something hilarious because he bursts in and he stands between them, and and the detective is just like, "This is a restricted area, man. You
He's
can't
like,
be
she
doing
didn't
this."
do it.
She's just like, "She didn't do it." She's just like, why? Why wouldn't she do it? It's just like, what evidence do you have? It's just like, because she's my fiance.
Literally, I was just like, wait, this means nothing. This is nothing, dude.
But he does back it up.
I mean, he'll back it up, but like the first, like saying,
But yeah,
this is
she's my fiance,
is
and he
not.
he turns to her. He turns to her, and she just says, "Are you sure? Are you sure you can settle for marrying just for family?" And he just says, "It's not just for family. I want to spend my life with you." And he produces the ring, and he's just like, "Chiaki, will you marry me?" And
Yeah,
the
it's
background
like this is a
fades
crazy time to
away,
propose, my dude.
and sparkles come up, and fucking and fucking Kyochiro is just like, "Whoa,
Hey.
Giotto, a minute."
He's like,
I hate to break up the proposal, but we're still solving a murder.
yeah. This is nothing.
And Kazuya just turns and shows him a picture on his phone of all three of them together having drinks and smiling, and he's just like, "Oh, so she did know Chiaki. Shit, they'd already
Yeah,
met."
they have. Well.
And then the hotel manager comes in, and it's hilarious because he just starts bullying the detective.
Yes.
Because the hotel manager comes in and is just be like, "Hello, we need the room for 5 o'clock to an
And we
active
still
murder
have
investigation."
a party to throw.
just like we have an event, and the detective is like, "We'll reschedule it." It's just like, well, we can't really do that. It's just like, well, don't you have other rooms? It's just like, we are fortunately booked up all the way, so I'm going to need you to leave at 5 o'clock. And he's just like, "Okay,
Fine. We'll do it. We'll
so
solve it by then. So now they have to solve the murder, the entire thing, by 5
they have to
o'clock, which
solve
is
the
crazy.
entire thing by 5 o'clock, or else what? I don't know. The hotel manager's going to be mad at the police department.
This does not happen. This does not happen.
It happens to dipshits.
I mean, yeah, they're very stupid.
I feel like if they actually overran the time, like they would get chewed out by the hotel manager, and then then they would have to call like his fucking police sergeant and just be like,
hey,
"The
can you come
hotel
get me?
the hotel
Hey,
manager yelled at me. Can you tell him to fuck off?"
hey, can you come pick me up? I gotta go home now.
I got yelled at by a civilian.
I'm sad.
But yeah, they start panicking, and it's just like, we only have 30 minutes to solve this. It's just like, oh, fuck it. It's got to be either Ayako or Kaori. And it's like, didn't we already eliminate them? It's just like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's the guy who found her. He was suspicious, right? And they call him
always
down.
forget, like, they do call him down, but they were just pretending that she didn't say it was a woman in a red
Yeah,
dress.
exactly. Like they call him down, and he does give them clues because he's just like, oh yeah, I was headed up there to meet her because I'm her legal counsel, and we had scheduled a meeting on the roof. And I was delayed from it because I ran into
I
Ayako.
bumped into someone.
And by the time I
Who
got up there, somebody
chewed
had
me out.
already killed her.
Yep.
And they're just like, he's
Like,
definitely not wearing a
oh.
red dress, is he?
Yeah.
Like,
like,
and they're just like, it's gotta be Ayako or Kaori. And it's like, that's not possible. It's just like, we can't do a false arrest. And it's just like, all right, well, you go out there and turn me up a different theory. The boss's orders. And she's just she goes out to try the scene again, and she's just like, boss's orders? That doesn't fucking mean anything. It's a murder. Yeah, we have to solve it. It's just like the regular way. And she's pacing because she can't find any more evidence, and she's just like, it's like, what can I do? And a voice from off screen is just like, oh, don't tell me you haven't solved it already. And she looks up, and it's the waiter from earlier, the guy with the drinks. And she's just like, this guy is great, by the way. His name is Kageyama. He will be a main character from later on. And he looks like a fox.
He looks like, you know who he reminds me of is the fucking Captain Kuro from One Piece.
Oh yeah, Captain fucking Kuro.
this stinky butler that was a nasty boy.
The nasty boy. He looked like he looked like a mischievous fox spirit.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got little squinted eyes, and he
does the thing that anime characters do sometimes, where they just have like.
He's got perfect hair. He's very pale. He's always wearing a tuxedo because he doesn't.
I know what you are.
Because that's part of his body. It's not his clothes.
Oh, good. Demonic entity. I told you.
But yeah, she's just like, do you know something? And he's just like, well, yes. You see, and how does he end up telling her that he's her butler? Oh no,
he's like,
no.
Earlier.
Wait. It's hit me again.
He insults her.
Okay.
The bolt has struck me again because she's just like, if you have any information about the case, do tell me. And he's just like, well, it wouldn't do to go shouting it. And he leans in and he puts his hand up like he's going to whisper. It's just like, your ear, madame. And she leans over and she's like, are you an idiot? I can't believe you haven't solved this simple mystery yet. And she just turns beet red. She's like, yo, what the hell? And she's just like, you know what? Whenever I said that I would love to have you as a butler, I take it back. You're an absolute barbarian. Who comes insulting people as a butler? And he's just like, your butler. I've been assigned to you starting today, miss. And she's just like, well, do you really know how to solve the case? Just like, yes, but I'll need your help to collar the criminal. She's like, all right, what do I have to do? And he's just like, well, repeat your stunt from earlier, of course. And that's the end of the episode. He's like, oh, he wants her to go and eat shit in front of everybody again so we can draw somebody out.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, just spitballing here, my guess is that it was Hinako that did it. Presumably in revenge for what happened to Mao earlier. By the way, we didn't ever mention it, but they talked about how Mao had perhaps tried to commit suicide.
She took a bunch of sleeping pills.
She took a whole bunch of sleeping pills.
Yeah.
And how Kazuya didn't know that, or he would not have shown up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of the episode. There's a fairly bog standard outro. I liked the intro to this. with the
It's fine.
long dinner table.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny.
We got some very anime intro opening effects. I don't know how to explain it. Some very
yes,
very stereotypical.
it is an anime. You would expect it.
I mean, listen, I'm just saying, it was, we got this I don't know. It was good. It was fine. It was fine. It was pretty normal.
It had the butler in it a bunch, and I was just like, wow, you're nearly a Clamp character.
Kind of.
If you just got a little longer.
Well, when they first introduced him, I was going to be like, surely this won't be a the butler did it sort of deal, which doesn't seem like what they're going
this
for.
is
But
this is the butler
they're going for
solved
something
it.
much. This is something much crazier.
Or in the finale of the series, they reveal that the butler did all the murders.
Yeah.
Is that like my theory about Diagnosis Murder, where it was just Dick Van Dyke framing a bunch of people so he could eat the corpses?
Oh God! What the hell?
Well, he wasn't the medical examiner. You know, he could just do that if he wanted.
I enjoy Reiko. She's got a little bit of the fail girl stank on her.
Yeah, she's a detective fail girl. Her boss is a fucking jackass.
Freak.
Freak.
I love a fail girl. I love a freak. I love a fail girl and freak.
He's a Phoenix
duo.
Wright detective who acts like a JoJo character. So yeah.
Gets approached by the butler. I saw you two from across the bar, and your vibes are stank.
I saw you two from across the bar, and you're two of the dumbest fucking people I've ever met.
I'm here to help.
I'm here to fix this.
I'm here to fix this. It's great.
This
is good.
So you liked this?
I liked this. I could see myself picking up more of this at some point.
I would definitely watch another episode of this, if only because with a like weekly mystery anime,
yeah,
you need to see at least one mystery to see if they're satisfying when they turn out.
They did end this is
a two-parter, I suspect.
Yeah, Louis was suggesting that these may be like 2-episode arcs.
Yeah, 2 to 3 episodes maybe.
Yeah,
I figured they were like Detective Conan-ing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put this on the list long ago because the premise was explained to me as a butler solves a bunch of crimes for a wannabe detective heiress because her boss is too stupid to notice or solve crimes himself.
That's I would say that's accurate.
And she has to hide the fact that he's a butler.
Yeah.
Which is where all of her friction comes from.
This is very silly. Lots of moving pieces here.
So
we're having fun.
What do you think, Louis? Would you watch more of this?
So I'm hoping. Well, actually, never mind. I'm not hoping. I feel like my overall quietness was like a testament to my thoughts on it. I listen. I definitely see how it's Joey food.
I
100% see that. If it was on and I was in the room, I don't think I'd turn it off, but I don't think I'd go seek it out to watch more.
Not something you'd seek out, but not something you're mad at.
Right. It's fun. It does. I just, the overall, genre of it all, I'm just kind of overdone on. But I also watched a lot of, cop procedurals and stuff, so.
Yep.
All right. Well, if you'd like to play a genius butler to our dipshit detective, you could do that at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That is one the word, not the number. We are also on Twitter. We are on Blue Sky. Come solve mysteries with us.
We have
just kidding.
We have to find out whether this butler could solve the Kira case.
Oh, gosh.
Let's debate it.
Oh no!
Come follow us at oneepisodecast. It's a great time here.
Is he as good as Columbo? Just one more thing, Mr. Yagami.
I think one final note I just want to say, I think I kind of wish the butler I feel like we're going to learn more about him later on. I wish we knew more about him in this episode.
I did like how they introduced him though as just the guy immediately to the left that has your hot towel and your cold drink and has your change of clothes.
Yes.
Because he's fucking immaculate at his job. And he
Yep.
and he even has the solution to your murder.